From the foggy shores of Chesapeake Bay to old brick streets, Maryland is full of strange stories. Today, we're bringing 12 haunting legends back to life. Number 1. Dueño. Deep in the woods of western Maryland, people have long shared stories about a mysterious creature known as the Dueño. Described as a tall, hairy beast that stands on two legs like a man, but with the head and tail of a wolf, the Dueño has left many locals wondering what might be lurking in the dark corners of the forest. Stories of the Dueño began in the 1940s, when farmers in Frederick County reported seeing the creature near their homes and barns. They spoke of a beast that growled fiercely and left behind large, clawed footprints that no known animal could have made. Some even claimed it battled other monsters, like the Snaligaster, in a fierce struggle for territory. Late at night, hikers say they've heard strange howls echoing through the hills, and some swear they've caught glimpses of glowing eyes peering from the underbrush, watching them from the shadows. The legend of the Dueño is a reminder that even in the familiar woods, there might still be mysteries hidden among the trees. Today, the Dueño remains one of Maryland's most chilling legends, a creature that keeps people glancing over their shoulders whenever the forest grows quiet. Whether it's just a bear with an unusual gait or something much stranger, the story continues to fascinate, adding a touch of wild mystery to the state's rich and haunting folklore. Number 2. Ghosts of Point Lookout. At the southern tip of Maryland, where the Potomac River meets the Chesapeake Bay, sits Point Lookout, a place known for its beauty and its ghosts. During the Civil War, it was the site of a massive prison camp that held thousands of Confederate soldiers. Many died from disease and harsh conditions, and some believe their spirits still wander the grounds. Visitors to Point Lookout State Park have reported seeing figures in tattered gray uniforms moving slowly along the beaches and through the old campgrounds. Rangers and tourists alike have felt sudden chills or heard faint voices calling from the mist, as if the past is reaching out to the present with a sorrowful whisper. One of the most famous stories comes from the old lighthouse, where a park ranger once captured a photograph that appeared to show a soldier's ghost standing in a narrow stairwell. Others say they've heard footsteps climbing the empty lighthouse tower or smelled the scent of smoke drifting from long-ago campfires. Today, Point Lookout is a peaceful place for fishing, picnics, and exploring. But the legends remind us of its darker days. The ghosts of Point Lookout continue to make their presence known, adding a sense of wonder and mystery to every visit and offering a glimpse into the lives and afterlives of those who once walked its shores. Number 3. Goatman. Deep in the woods of Prince George's County, Maryland, locals whisper about a strange creature known as the Goatman. This half-man, half-goat beast is said to roam the forests near Bowie with long horns, cloven hooves, and glowing red eyes that pierce the night. Some say he wields an axe, ready to chase away anyone who dares to enter his territory. Stories of the Goatman date back to the 1970s, when residents began reporting eerie sounds and mutilated farm animals near Fletchertown Road. Some believed the creature was born from a science experiment gone wrong, a scientist transformed into a monster after a failed test in a hidden lab deep in the woods. Others insisted it was simply an ancient spirit protecting its land. teenagers looking for a scare would venture into the woods at night, daring each other to find the Goatman's lair. Many came back with tales of snapping branches, sudden cold breezes, and the feeling of eyes watching them from the darkness. Some even claimed to see the shadowy figure emerge from the trees, staring with a gaze that sent chills down their spines. Today, the legend of the Goatman continues to haunt Maryland's forests, a reminder that some mysteries never really go away. Whether he's a product of fear or something far more real, the Goatman story keeps people looking over their shoulders, making the woods feel just a little more alive with every creak of a branch and whisper of the wind. Number 4. Maul Dyer. In the small town of Leonardtown, Maryland, the legend of Maul Dyer still lingers like a cold mist. In the late 1600s, when harsh winters brought illness and death, suspicion turned toward a solitary woman named Maul, accused of casting spells and cursing the townspeople. Fearing her supposed witchcraft, the villagers forced her out of her home and into the freezing night. Desperate to survive, Maul fled into the woods, but the cold was too strong. According to the legend, she collapsed on a large rock, pressing her hand into its surface as she drew her last breath. When searchers found her, they saw her handprint frozen in the stone, and some say she cursed the town with her dying breath. Over the years, visitors have claimed to feel a sudden chill near that rock, or to see a ghostly woman wandering the woods, her eyes full of sorrow. Some even say the wind carries her cries on the coldest nights, reminding everyone of the fear that once filled Leonardtown's streets. Today, the tale of Maul Dyer is a haunting reminder of the dangers of suspicion and fear. Her story lives on as both a cautionary tale and a ghostly legend, warning that even the smallest town can hold secrets that never quite die. Her handprint, they say, still waits on that stone for anyone brave enough to look. Number 5. Chessie. Out on the gentle waves of the Chesapeake Bay, stories have long whispered of a creature that defies explanation: Chessie, the legendary sea monster. First sighted in the 1930s by fishermen, this mysterious beast is said to be a giant, serpent-like creature with a long, undulating body that arches above the water before sinking back into the deep. Through the years, dozens of people have reported seeing Chessie, from boaters in the 1970s to even a Coast Guard pilot who described a long, snake-like form gliding beneath the surface. Some think she might be a prehistoric creature that survived in the bay's depths, while others see her as a symbol of the region's rich maritime folklore. No matter the explanation, Chessie has captured the imagination of locals and visitors alike. Her legend grew strong enough that the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service even used her image to promote conservation efforts, reminding people to protect the bay's unique environment. Today, Chessie's story lives on in Maryland's culture, with souvenirs and songs celebrating the gentle giant of the Chesapeake. And while no one has proven her existence, each ripple on the water leaves people wondering, could Chessie be watching from beneath the waves, waiting for her next sighting? Number 6. Concord Point Lighthouse Perfumed Ghost. In the historic town of Havre de Grace stands the Concord Point Lighthouse, a guiding light that has steered sailors safely for generations. But along with its comforting glow, some say the lighthouse holds a secret. a ghostly presence known as the perfumed ghost, whose delicate scent drifts through the air on quiet nights, leaving visitors both curious and uneasy. In 1889, the lighthouse keeper reported seeing a strange figure pressed against the glass of the lantern room, a figure with bright, sparkling eyes that seemed to watch him from the darkness. When he rushed to investigate, the figure vanished, leaving only a sweet, lingering scent of perfume that filled the air long after the spirit had gone. Over the years, visitors and lighthouse staff have shared similar experiences, catching a whiff of perfume in the stairwell or feeling a sudden chill that made the hair on their arms stand up. Some believe it's the spirit of a woman who once loved a keeper or sailor, waiting for his return, her memory forever tied to the lighthouse by the water. Today, the Concord Point Lighthouse stands proudly on the edge of the Susquehanna River, a beacon of safety and history for all who visit. But on some nights, when the wind is just right and the air feels heavy with memories, the perfume ghost reminds everyone that the past never truly fades away. It simply lingers in the places we hold dear. Number 7. Snaligaster. In the dark woods of Frederick County, Maryland, a terrifying creature is said to roam, the Snaligaster. With its huge wings, sharp beak, and claws that could shred a tree, the Snaligaster has struck fear into the hearts of those who hear its eerie screech echoing through the hills. Early German settlers in the 1730s first told tales of this flying beast, calling it the schneller Geist, or quick spirit. Farmers spoke of seeing it swoop down to snatch livestock, and even people, leaving behind only a trail of feathers and panic. Over time, its legend grew, blending old European myths with the wilderness of Maryland. By the 1900s, newspapers fueled the fear, reporting sightings of a beast that could carry off children or drain the blood from its victims. Some believed it was the enemy of another local legend, the Dwayo, and that their battles shook the forests with roars and howls. Today, the Snaligaster still lurks in local lore, its name inspiring festivals and even a craft beer. Whether it's a creature of myth or imagination, the Snaligaster's story reminds us that some legends are too powerful to fade, and that sometimes the night holds secrets best left alone. Number 8. Buggerman. In the shadowy corners of Charles County, Maryland, parents once warned their children to be home before dark, or else the Buggerman would come for them. Described as a dark, shadowy figure with glowing eyes, the Buggerman was said to lurk along lonely roads and wooded trails, ready to snatch up anyone who dared to wander too far from safety. Some stories claim he was a restless spirit, a man wronged by his neighbors who returned from the grave to seek revenge on the living. Others believe he was a guardian of the forest, protecting the land from those who didn't respect its secrets or dared to disturb its hidden places. Either way, his name alone was enough to send shivers down the spines of even the bravest kids. On misty nights, drivers have said they've glimpsed his figure darting between the trees, or felt a sudden chill that made their hair stand on end. A few even claimed they heard footsteps following them when they thought they were alone, each step a reminder that the Buggerman was never far behind. The stories spread through the community, growing with every telling. Today, the legend of the Buggerman lives on in whispers and cautionary tales, reminding us that sometimes the best way to stay safe is to head home before the sun goes down. Whether he's a spirit of justice or just a story parents use to keep kids in line, His shadow still lingers in the woods, waiting for those who dare to test their luck. Number 9. Blue Dog of Port Tobacco. In the historic town of Port Tobacco, Maryland, a ghostly dog is said to guard a long-lost treasure. Known as the Blue Dog, this spirit has prowled the woods near Rose Hill Road for over 2 centuries, its fur glowing with an eerie blue light that chills anyone who sees it under the moonlit sky. Locals say the dog's loyalty was so strong that not even death could keep it from its master's side. The story begins during the Revolutionary War, when Charles Thomas Sims, a local man, bragged about the gold he had hidden somewhere near Port Tobacco. One night, as he and his faithful blue tick hound were returning home, they were ambushed by robbers who killed them both, leaving the treasure undiscovered and their spirits restless. Some say the dog's dying howl still echoes through the trees on quiet nights. Since then, the Blue Dog has appeared to anyone who comes close to where the treasure might be buried. Witnesses have seen his ghostly shape dart across the road, or heard the faint sound of a dog's bark carried by the wind. Some even claim to have seen his glowing eyes peering from the shadows, warning everyone to stay away from the cursed gold. Today, the legend of the Blue Dog of Port Tobacco stands as a reminder that some treasures are best left untouched. His tale continues to spark curiosity and wonder among visitors, adding a touch of mystery to Maryland's rich history. And who knows, maybe one night, when the moon is just right, his loyal spirit will still be there, guarding his master's secret from those who dare to seek it. Number 10. Black Aggie. At Druid Ridge Cemetery in Baltimore, an eerie statue once stood watch over the graves, a somber woman draped in shadow, known as Black Aggie. For decades, locals whispered that the statue was more than just stone, that it held a chilling power, cursing anyone who dared to challenge its presence or disrespect its silence. Legend says that those who sat on Black Aggie's lap at midnight would be met with misfortune or even death. Some claimed they felt an icy grip tightening around their chest, while others reported seeing the statue's eyes glow red in the darkness. A few even swore they saw her stone arms move, reaching out to snatch the living from the world of the living to join her. By the 1920s, Black Aggie had become the center of teenage dares and local ghost stories, drawing thrill seekers to Druid Ridge after dark. Offerings of coins and trinkets were left at her feet, hoping to keep her curse at bay, but others avoided her altogether, too afraid of what might happen if they got too close. Today, the original Black Aggie statue has been removed from the cemetery, but her legend still sends shivers down the spines of those who remember her. Her tale remains a haunting reminder that sometimes even a simple statue can hold a darkness that lingers long after it's gone, leaving a mystery that will never truly rest. Number 11. Wakamo Catman. In the dense woods of Wakamo County, Maryland, there's a legend that has kept locals glancing over their shoulders for decades. The Wakamo Catman. Described as a half-man, half-cat creature, he is said to prowl the forests at night, his glowing eyes peering from the shadows, waiting for the unwary to cross his path. The legend began in 1980, when 4 people claimed to have seen the beast near a quiet country road. They described a bipedal figure covered in dark fur, with sharp claws and a feline face that sent chills down their spines. Some believe it's tied to old Native American stories of shape-shifting cat spirits that once guarded the lands of the eastern shore. Hunters and hikers have reported hearing rustling in the underbrush, only to turn and find nothing but the wind. A few have claimed to hear the Catman's eerie growl or catch a glimpse of his tail disappearing into the trees just before dawn. Whether he's a cryptid or simply an old ghost story, the mystery has never been solved and continues to fascinate those who dare to wander the woods. Today, the Wakamo Catman remains one of Maryland's most chilling legends, a reminder that sometimes the woods hold secrets we're not meant to find. And for those who venture too far under the cover of night, his glowing eyes might still be waiting just beyond the edge of the firelight, ready to watch and perhaps to pounce. Number 12. Ghost Boy at Atlantic Hotel. In the heart of Berlin, Maryland, the historic Atlantic Hotel has stood since 1895, welcoming travelers and guests from near and far. But some say not every guest has checked out, especially the spirit of a young boy whose laughter still echoes through the halls late at night, adding a touch of mystery to the hotel's warm atmosphere. Staff and guests have shared stories of hearing the sound of a ball bouncing down the second-floor hallway, only to find no one there. Others have claimed to see a small figure peeking around corners or darting across the lobby before vanishing into thin air, leaving behind only a memory of his playful presence. Some believe the ghost boy is the spirit of a child who once lived, or perhaps died, in the hotel, leaving behind his laughter and the sound of tiny footsteps. Though no records confirm his identity, his mischievous presence has become part of the hotel's charm, delighting some visitors and sending a shiver down the spine of others who stay overnight. Today, the Atlantic Hotel remains a warm and welcoming place, but the legend of the Ghost Boy adds a touch of wonder that keeps guests listening for that faint, distant giggle. For those who believe, it's a reminder that even in the most cheerful places, a ghost story can still linger, waiting for the next curious soul to hear its echoes in the night. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.